It's the inside-out approach. You can watch these things fall away like Neo in the Matrix. We're going to shine some light on two approaches to life. The first being the outside-in approach. It is more of a reactive approach where control belongs to other external factors. The second approach to life is more proactive. It is strategic. Planning is involved with this approach. It is purpose-driven. It is the inside-out approach. It is the I am in control approach. I personally have lived both of these approaches in my life, and I can vouch that the outside-in approach doesn't work. It's letting the things that have happened to you in your life, me in my life, dictate my responses and my actions. I was looking for excuses to wallow in my own self-pity. I inflicted my body with alcohol to numb the pain. It led to an endless cycle of anxiety, depression, and panic attacks came into play. My own internal clock and sleep cycle was severely jacked up from the cycle. I took the initiative to go to the doctor and talk about my depression. He gave me some medicine to take. I was worried to take it because of my heavy alcohol consumption, so I did not take it. I've also heard and read that certain medications can cause suicidal tendencies, so I didn't want anything to do with that medicine. This is certainly not me trying to persuade you not to take any medication you've been prescribed. That is something you will have to consult with your doctor. This is just my personal story that I'm describing. Now let's take a look at a segment from a spiritual fitness video that I made, How is Your Spirit of the Body? And it explains the outside-in approach. First approach we're going to look at is the outside-in approach. Control belongs to other external factors. You are constantly bombarded in this approach. Maybe it's your relationship, your finances, money. Maybe it's alcohol that you're dependent on. You can't forgive yourself or others. You lost your job, possibly in this approach. Possibly you have some baggage from a past abuse or bullying. You're not in control. Your mental health is your primary factor in this approach. Your thoughts are under attack. Attacking your mental health, it can lead to a retreat, it can lead to withdrawal, it can lead to surrender. It bleeds over into the other spiritual health components, your physical and your social health, with that isolation, that withdrawal. It might be difficult to reach you in this approach. You become an isolationist and a reclusiveness. Now let's transition to the other approach, the inside-out approach. This approach acknowledges that the thinking, your resilient perceptions influence your experiences in life. This account takes full responsibility of the experiences in our own lives rather than pass the buck or finding excuses. It wasn't immediate, but over time, life's bullets, life's darts and daggers started to fall away. You might even need some help getting that knife out of your back. Forgiving others for the pain that they have caused in your life is crucial, and making amends where possible and forgiving myself for things I've inflicted on others was imperative. The chains that were holding me down were starting to fall away. No longer did I abuse alcohol because it was competing with the new priorities in my life. I made a choice that the external forces and factors wouldn't control my life. My power was reclaimed. I am in control. I have the power. Now let's take a look at another segment from my spiritual fitness video. On the other hand, the outside-in approach turns into the inside-out approach. You are in control. It is your destiny. It is your plan. You seek help. You walk away from that bad relationship. You seek financial peace. You maybe seek an advisor. You get some counseling and some treatment for that alcohol or drug dependency. You do forgive yourself and you forgive others, even though it is hard sometimes. You get a better job. You take that crappy job that you had and you got lost and you got fired. You get a better job. Report those situations where there is abuse and you stand up to bullies. Your thinking determines your experiences in life because you are in control. Your spiritual health and your mental health are partners in this approach. You don't retreat. You stand your ground. You call for backup and you seek help. Seek help. This approach feeds into the other pillars, the physical and the social pillars. You will never take my freedom in this approach.
I tell Aaron that they may take our lives, but the militant of freedom!
In this approach, you have self-transcended all the external outside forces. This is not the external outside in approach, it's the inside out approach. You can watch these things fall away like Neo in the Matrix. Let's turn it now to some tools that we can use. Mastering the inside-out approach will take time. It won't be easy. It is part of the self-actualization process that Abraham Maslow describes. Once you have mastered self-actualization, you'll be ready to move into the next phase. This is one that is not well known. It is one that Abraham Maslow learned later in life. It is called self-transcendence. Self-transcendence is a spiritual component of the hierarchy of Abraham Maslow. It is more concerned of the greater good of humanity rather than personal consumption. For myself personally, and by no means am I perfect at it, I am more concerned about producing fruit of the Spirit rather than being a consumer.
Love over hate, joy not misery, peace before conflict, patient not impatient, kind not mean, choose good not evil, definitely not unfaithful, self-control, not lack thereof.
And one more thing for me personally with the inside-out approach, the only authority to which I give my life over to was given authority by the Ancient of Days.
And to him was given dominion, power, and honor, and a kingdom. And all peoples and nations and tongues shall serve to him. His power, an eternal power that shall not pass away, and his kingdom, which shall not be destroyed. Daniel 7:14.